Warning, this podcast includes content not suitable for younger audiences, or older audiences, or anybody really. Run while you still can. We're the Hapless Heroes.
Did I stutter?
I mean, you're on. He's asked if you want to
Get out.
his
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Hapless Heroes. I'm Francesco, your host and DM for this evening. To my left, we have Joe playing Ezra.
Hey.
We have Mike playing Quinn.
Yo.
We have Dave playing Zero.
Hey.
We have Zach playing Peridil.
Hi.
And we have James playing Hobblet.
Evening, friendos.
So last time we left off on the show, this is episode 12 now, Dave had just wrapped up our last really amazing story arc, and you guys learned some things. So after just killing Morden Craigar and returning back to Captain Kip, Felix's unending curiosity drove you guys to delve a little bit deeper into the plot that we uncovered by the letters found on Morden Craigar's desk. And after some interrogation by Felix and company, you guys learned that, more about how the King and Queen, or the late King and Queen, and Crown Prince of this region were murdered under suspicious circumstances, as there are a lot of people seeming to inquire about it. Captain Kip seems to believe that the Baron of Riverford is responsible for their murders and has essentially tasked you guys to, or at least think about killing him and bringing her his head, and she's offering you 1,000 gold pieces to do so, which is a pretty hefty sum. And you guys decided at least to, in our secret dark vision meeting, decided to at least...
do I have dark vision?
Everyone has dark
Check
vision.
the front of your sheet. We leveled up.
I have dark vision.
Yep.
Do you have dark vision?
I think I have dark vision.
Okay.
Just
So
making
it's been
sure.
agreed.
Yeah, I think we've reached the consensus that everyone has dark vision.
I feel like any darkness we actually encounter at this point on is always going to be magical.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's pretty safe
it's
to
the only
infer
challenge to
that if
any
you
of
guys
us.
can't ever see anything, there is magical darkness afoot.
We've already used it. It was great.
But anyway, so we left off in the Morningwood Inn. You guys were kind of spending the night, had a nice little conversation with the new Arion Black, and Quinn discovered a note in his pocket, but decided not to share that with the party or you, the audience.
Dun dun dun.
What a dick.
So we're just gonna go ahead and open up right into the Morningwood Inn. You guys have, are kind of resting for the night. Felix is still here. You guys kind of, retire from the bar. And I'm gonna open up the floor and kind of see what you guys want to do. If there's anything you want to do with the rest of your night, or kind of get to bed and maybe ponder on this decision more.
Well, I feel like we should go over the contents of these letters. Or the letter... Oh, no.
We did.
Quinn didn't share the letter with me.
No, he did
Yeah,
not.
we
don't.
mentioned
No
that.
one here
So,
knows
I'm a
besides.
dick.
Yeah, no one here besides Quinn knows that he has this letter.
Okay.
He kind of slipped it into his pocket and didn't, and just didn't
Yeah.
say anything when he felt it there. So,
All right, we're on our room
reverse
in the
pickpocket.
morning wood inn.
yeah, you guys. So there's like this master suite, but there's like several rooms, sort of like bedrooms. Like there's like a sort of a living area.
Are the lights
and then-
on?
I don't know. Are the lights on, guys?
Hell no.
Did you bother?
No, we don't need no
We don't need them.
lights.
We don't need them.
So no, the lights are not on.
Good thing, because I have dark vision.
Oh, I wouldn't
Yeah,
even
good
notice. Yeah.
Okay, you know what? We should clarify. You would notice.
That the lights
Everything
aren't
is you can't see colors.
Oh, fair. Yeah, that's true.
So there's that. So we've established you have dark vision.
All right.
The lights are
So-
off. You can't see in color, but the lights are off, and you guys
I
are
just
hanging out in
wanted
the
to
dark.
check it out. I just wanted to use it.
Have we settled on killing this Baron?
No.
Perhaps
all.
we should.
Are we going to have this conversation again?
Are we sleeping on it then?
I mean,
Should we retire for the evening? See where our minds are.
I thought we just woke up.
no, it's still the
I'm
end of the night. You guys are kind of retired from like hanging out at the bar.
Yeah.
It's at the end of the night.
Yeah, let's go to bed. Let's get an early crack at it tomorrow morning.
Sure, yeah. Who wants to do the montage? Who hasn't done one? And so you guys awake. It's what time do you guys get up?
6 a.m. I gotta do my
0700.
yoga.
Sometime in the
0700.
morning.
All right, so
0708. Get a good jump on the day.
Yeah.
all right, so
Okay,
Hobblet,
afternoon.
I'm going to say that you're the first one to wake up though of the group, right? And you notice that by the time you've awoken, Felix is actually already left. His room is, the door for his room is open and his stuff's all gone. But you see that under the front door to the suite, right, the room door, there's an envelope right in front of the closed door.
Burn it.
Right. Part of Hobblet never liked that little weasel in his plans. But
The plans that never worked.
right. But
They worked sometimes.
reluctantly first, just out of curiosity, I think, he's gonna pick the envelope up and peer inside.
Yeah, there's
Let's
a
see what the little guy left us.
there's a couple papers in here. One of them is the letter from Razi to Morton Krakar, which he had in his possession. You actually see that the slightly cut up letter from the Baron to Morton Krakar is actually in there now. It was actually, because you remember it was in Captain Kip's possession prior to that, so he must have gone and grabbed it, as well as the contract that Kip wrote up to bring her the Baron's head.
For 1,000
It doesn't. Yeah,
gold.
for 1,000 gold pieces. It's like a bounty. It's like a bounty sheet, and a letter from Felix that says that he awoke early because he had a message from the Omega Project on an assignment that he had to take. Something about Zero might know. There's like a bunch of technical jargon. Something about portals and relativity.
Nerd stuff.
And but he says, enclosed you'll find, you kind of hear his voice in your head. Enclosed you'll find the letters from that we found in the in Morton Kragar's lair, and the contract to kill the Baron. I had to leave on important business, but I may be able to meet with you in Riverford later, an undetermined amount of time. Best of luck, gentlemen, and I love you.
Is it sealed with a kiss?
Yes.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Never
Hobblet,
too soon for true love.
He says, I'm confident that you will be able to come up with a plan.
I love you.
Hobblet definitely burns the letter from him, but pockets the other two letters, as they will probably be relevant moving forward, as well as the
Three
contract.
letters. Yeah.
Right.
Or 2 letters.
The 2 letters in the contract. Pocket the little note that.
So you
That the
you burned the note with all the technical stuff and all that stuff. You just burned everything. Okay. Asshole.
Then he wakes everybody up.
All right.
Too much nerd stuff on there. Should I have given that to Zero?
I mean, it's too late now.
Right.
I'm gonna make you feel really guilty about it.
That's fine. Hobblet does as he pleases. That little guy.
You know what? I'm actually even gonna go as far to say is that there was some really cool story-related things in that letter, and you ruined it for everyone.
What a dick.
You
What a
shouldn't
dick.
have had Hobblet open.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why did you let Hobblet
Right.
be the first
You
one
shouldn't have let me be the first one awake.
Hoblet's bad, and you should feel bad.
No, he doesn't feel bad. His faith
No.
is unwavering.
No, and all of the blame, is look what you made me do.
No, but you
It's
know
your
what?
fault.
But you know
All right.
what? In an attempt, perhaps, to allow you to salvage whatever story arc there was that Hobblet threw in there, he makes mention to Zero immediately whatever jargon he could remember, that because he read the letter.
All right, you know what?
So
You know what?
whatever-
Okay.
So whatever.
You're gonna make a history check to see how much of this you remember and what if it actually made sense
Don't
to you.
piss off the DM, man.
fun, buddy. I just rolled a 1.
So we come back from our break, and literally the first die roll of the night.
I know. I'm literally in my sleep, rolling in my sleep, saying, I hate Hobblet. I hate Hobblet. I don't know why. I just know I hate boys.
Zero. All you hear is Hobblet babbling a bunch of nonsensical words in rapid succession, and then like pretending like he knows everything.
Metastophocles, Andromeda strain, comet tails. It all works, Zero. That's what it said in the letter. There were some X's with a squared sign as well. Does that mean anything to... with the 2 lines, what does that mean?
That means you're pregnant.
Twitch.
Pregnant. It was a pregnant...
Twitch.
X.
Zero's neck is visibly twitching now.
Yeah.
If only it had landed on the exact other side.
You'll also notice
They
that
all say.
everyone has gained quite a bit of experience. We're all level 4
Except
now.
Hobblet, he seems to have regressed.
Yeah, a little bit, but you're all still level 4. I should
He seems to have regressed.
just subtract experience now.
Yeah. So
Can you level down?
I don't think so anymore.
Possibly.
I'm not sure if there's any
You
level
could
reducing
before.
spells anymore.
there was,
Yeah, I
I
wanna
think
say
second
there
edition you
be
There used to be
yeah.
spells that
would,
reduced your
There
level.
would be like, I think it was.
And there was also ways to lose XP when you died and stuff
Yeah.
like that if people were really hardcore about it, but
Yeah.
no. You can't level down. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm just going to make you feel really bad. I might give you less XP than everybody else now.
There should be a storyline.
No, I'm just kidding. You play to your character. In fact, I should give you inspiration for that.
It's fabulous.
I
and
felt like that was an
I
inspiration
like
moment.
actually the natural one.
Yeah, I
It
should
is
give you
perfect
inspiration
there
for that.
In that he not only told me nothing of substance, he told me
He
something
legitimately
wrong.
told you nothing
No,
of substance.
something like actually
Wrong.
wrong
Yeah.
to chase now.
Yeah. So yeah, strong work, James, for playing to your character and being the Hobblet we all know and love.
Now I've got to come up with
He then
whatever...
curtsies to the crowd. like he's remembered Einstein's third
Yes.
rules.
Yeah. So what do you guys want to do now?
Because he thought it was perfect, and for all everybody knows, it was accurate.
Yeah.
I feel like we should go for the Baron. I want to go for the Baron.
Should we do like the Romans used to do, a thumbs down, thumbs up, and see who's opposed and who's for?
Okay, sure, because everyone can see that who's listening right now. But yeah, sure, go for it. I'll announce the results.
It's
How about eyes versus nays?
We'll give you a chance to describe. Or yeah, should we cast eyes versus nays?
Yeah.
That might work better.
All right. so
The choice is to kill the Baron or not kill the Baron.
Right.
Yeah.
Or kill the dirty lady cop. Kill Kip? Question.
Quinn just kind of puts.
That's
his
probably not an
argument
option
from last
right
night.
now.
Just
That's
says,
probably not an option right now.
He says, just realize there's 2 sides to every story.
and she is the captain of the guard. She's no pushover.
She's also in.
I feel like this could be beneficial to us without actually having to kill anyone.
Fine.
At the very least, we shouldn't be going into open revolt against the local authorities.
So why don't we go around? Ezra, yay or nay?
Oh,
Yay.
You're 40.
I'm for it.
Nay.
Quinn, nay.
Definitely an A.
On what?
Let's not kill the Baron. Let's figure out what's going on and try
Sure.
to use it to the best of our ability.
0.
I vote we have to investigate. We have incomplete data.
Peridot.
Please do not let Hobblet make the deciding vote. Please.
You know what that vote's gonna be.
Please, Peridot.
It's already been
I'm
cast,
begging
baby.
you.
When I burned the letter,
Swing
it's
vote.
already been cast.
All right.
Quinn, you seem pretty confident. I'll spare the Baron. Let's find out more info. Let's go downstairs for some brunch.
Hobblet. If
It doesn't matter. 3
no,
against 1
no,
already.
No. Hoblet. If it turns out when our investigation is correct, we still get to kill him.
It's true.
Agreed.
I thought
that
we're
was-
putting
We'll make another roll.
we're
We
putting
can deal with
conditions on
that.
the
Yeah,
killing.
I thought that's what you meant by it anyway. Like we'll figure it out and we'll probably
'Kay.
wind up
Yeah,
killing
so,
him.
We're all in agreement.
How do you guys want to get to
Quinn
Riverford?
feels like he's finally persuaded people of
what's-
something.
What's our journey time
So-
and distance looking like?
If we're looking at the map of Telduria, right, you have Erelon that's along the River of Woe. To the west, there is the Sea of Woe, and then to the east, there are there's like a large mountain range, and the river kind of goes out that way. About 15-mile journey from Erelon to the east-northeast along the river, you'll find Riverford. It's actually nestled in between where the river forks off to the northeast and east-northeast. There are probably like caravans going out that way if you want to hitch a ride, or else you guys are going to be traveling 15 miles on foot, presumably.
Let's try to hitch a ride. Where can we go get a ride?
Same place you guys found the rest of your wagon rides. Sort of like the depot out, like just outside the gates.
Okay.
When we get out to the road, Zero pulls out a spare forearm with hand out of his bag, makes a fist with it with a thumb sticking up, and holds up the forearm.
So like the
hitchhiker sign.
Oh, nice.
But like Krieger jazz hands of it.
So you're just literally just
holding
swinging
up
out like your spare arm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic.
You can also notice that the arm he's holding up was what his arms previously were. The ones he has now are almost completely different. Like he's replaced his forearms and hands.
Cool. Dope.
Notably, you can partially see through his left forearm through some circular openings in it.
Oh, interesting. So when you guys get to the depot, I mean, they're saying just a gold total for everybody to hitch a ride over to Riverford, because you're going to be going on a bit of a larger caravan. There's one passenger wagon and 2 cargo wagons you're going to be traveling with. So they're all going to go in at the same time. There's like an armed escort for each wagon, though. You'll notice that there's 4 guys sitting on each of the cargo wagons, so there's like 8 guards total, just there. And you guys pay the gold, pop up there.
Yeah, I don't see why not. We're trying to get
Sure.
there.
We'll pay the troll toll.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are kind of traveling along the road. You're making a good pace.
Baron's soul.
Dude, gum in your mouth. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
What's the toll? I wasn't. I was off.
It's just the general. Yeah,
paying the troll toll, and I wasn't paying attention.
So you guys go to. You guys get. A couple hours pass, and you guys are getting a few miles outside of Riverford, and you can see that a couple miles ahead there appears to be sort of a. Not necessarily makeshift. It's like official looking enough, but there's a checkpoint, and it's a couple small constructed like towers and like buildings like shoddily put together out of wood, with the banner with the Riverford symbol, the bridge over water, and there's a few guards. From what you can see, about at least 4, just in like a line of sight, that are kind of holding out their hands and sort of walking towards the wagon slowly. Just kind of holding, motioning for it to come in. So you guys, make it to the checkpoint, and the caravan all stops, and these guards walk up to the wagons. They're saying, "Routine checkpoint. We've had some breakouts recently from the Riverford prison, so we're just checking for any illicit cargo or stowaways. Just a routine check, folks." And they start going through, and they start at the back, because you guys are sort of the passenger wagons at the front, and then there's the 2 cargo wagons behind you. And they start going up to the back of these, lifting up the tarp that's covering all the stuff. You see them kind of sifting around back there. You guys watching this? Are you guys talking amongst yourselves? Like, what are you doing while this check's happening? You guys paying attention to what they're doing?
Yeah.
All right, let's give me some perception checks, everybody.
Kinda.
Ezra, what you get?
8. Jesus.
Quinn?
19.
Okay.
Womp
0?
womp. Natural 1.
No, you see nothing. You're too busy focusing on your cool new arms. Paradil?
7.
And Hobblet?
4.
4. So really only Quinn notices that as one of the guards is
Eyes like a hawk.
Yeah, as one of the guards is exiting the first cargo wagon, you can see him almost like slipping some sort of bag, something into his pocket. And then you see him kind of just like kind of subtly like shake hands with one of the guards at the back of that wagon. And they move on to the next one behind there.
So the people at the checkpoint got some sort of...
They were pocketing, one of the checkpoint guards was pocketing something and then shook hands with one of the guys from Airlon, like one of the guards for this caravan. These guards aren't like city guards either. They're like just like mercenaries or, maybe just hired bodyguards or whatever. They're not like any official, they don't bear any official seal, the guys who are guarding the wagons.
What you gonna do about it?
I feel like as a traveler, I feel like that would, to me, would be a normal thing I've seen before. It's probably just some sort of like bribery or... I mean, I don't think I would really find anything abnormal.
Yeah, you couldn't really see what it was. It was just like it would just seem like an unmarked like pouch, like a burlap like pouch.
Sure.
That he put into his pocket. And there's another sort of check at the back, and then eventually they make it their way over to the passenger wagon. They're like, folks, we're gonna need to just check your things, like just do a quick bag check, and we've had a lot of illegal magical items being smuggled into the city as of late, and just given some recent events and some rogue mages that we were trying to hunt down, we just asked that everybody be upfront about any magical items in your possession that could potentially cause destruction. It would save you a lot of trouble if you just come clean with us and let us know what is in your belongings.
This is going to sound really dumb, but are we allowed to... Can I cast a spell right now? Or no?
You're not in the city limits. I mean, you can cast a spell whenever the hell you want, really. I mean...
Right, I kind of felt dumb asking that, but I have a command spell.
Sure, yeah.
And I could... My thought is, if it works, I could command them to pass us by.
Yeah, you'd have to use...
Than
it's
find
a one-word,
the diamond
it's a one-word
right.
command for command, though, so...
Pass.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
Would that work?
If they fail to save, yeah.
Thoughts? Or do you think... I mean, I'm going to guess that they're going to find a good amount of magical shit somewhere on some of us. Like, you have a magical sword. He's got this big diamond rod that we probably can't explain where the hell it came from.
I totally forgot I had
You're
that.
Well, while you're doing that...
Yeah, technically I am a magical construct.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a cleric. Like, I'm guessing I got some
while
shit
you're
on me
while you're doing that, right? You're gonna see they're starting to check some of the other people traveling on this wagon, because there's a few other passengers aside from you guys.
Okay.
One of the guys doesn't really have much on him. They kind of pat him down, check his things. It's just pretty standard fare, like just traveling, like materials, clothes, whatnot. And they get to another guy, and you see him kind of he's like acting a little nervous as they're sort of searching through his things. As they're rifling through, they actually pull out this sort of like wrapped, like cloth wrapped like container, and they open it up, and you see this guy pull out this like vial of this sort of like yellowish green like liquid that's sort of bubbling and fizzing, like almost like it's carbonated, and they kind of shake it around. He's like, "What's this?" and asks the guy, and the guy's just like, "Oh, it's just it's just some sparkling water. Just some sparkling water, right?"
And then he rolled.
And he's like,
Bullshit.
and they continue to sort of unravel these, the cloth and like this, and stuff that's in this container, and they also pull out what looks like a wand. And they're like, "Where'd you get this? What's this enchanted with?" And he's like, nothing. It's just a simple wand of it just helps me conjure like minor illusions, just like an umbrella, things like that, just nothing major. And you see the guy like kind of inspecting the wand, and all of a sudden it kind of goes off and shoots about 4 magic missiles out, and hits the guard. They hit the guard post because they weren't pointed at anything. Because I know it never misses, but there was no target.
Yeah.
And like, all right, that's it, sir. Hands above your head. And you see him try to run away. And so, you hear one of the guys shout, "We gotta run it here, boys!" And two guys pop up from like these like sort of makeshift, like just like small guard towers. They're not really that tall. They're maybe about 10 feet tall. You hear a couple bows being drawn, and the dude is just shot dead.
Let's pay him off.
You're like,
Or I don't know that
and then
information
you hear the guy who's sort of at least acting like the captain here is like, okay, document. We have 3 flasks of alchemist's fire. We have a wand of magic missiles. And he's like kind of going through. He's like, and it looks like 2 other unidentified potions. Let's get them over to the quarantine unit.
How do we get this shit?
And you see a couple guys kind of come out with these like sort of these almost oversized gloves, so they kind of handle these magical items, and they run it off into the guard station. And you don't really see where they put it.
Cleanup crew from Monsters Inc.
And they start to make it to you guys now. He's like, okay, anything to declare? Sorry about that mess, folks.
Could we
really apologize.
sidebar? Could we like? I mean,
No.
there's
He's asking you right now.
He's in our, he's in
I want you to
He's in our
feel the
grill.
fucking pressure.
Hobblet is going to pull out a sack with 20 gold in it,
Mm-hmm.
and
Keep talking, friend, because you're saying something.
He's gonna pull the sack out with 20 gold in it. Say, yeah, here you could start with this bag. We mean no harm here.
And you see the guy kind of eye it, and he's like, "Are you trying to bribe a member of the Riverford Royal Guard?"
Sure, you said you wanted to go through all things. I was merely giving you a bag to start with.
Okay. And you see him kind of, he looks through the gold bag, and he like kind of feels around in there with he's got like almost like this like rubber glove on as he's poking through your belongings. And
Is this the same guard that I saw pocket the other bag?
yes.
Okay. So I don't intervene at this point then,
Yeah.
obviously.
And he searches through your backpack too that you're carrying, with some of your stuff, and you just pulling out like your pythons and ball bearings and just like random stuff that you've been carrying, like your adventuring gear. He's like, okay, you're clear. He sees passes by your holy symbol. He's like, oh, a cleric, huh?
I knew one.
Okay. And he's like, okay, you're clear. And then he moves on to Ezra. Goes through you.
I don't have anything.
Yeah, right. I mean, you're barely carrying anything at all. He goes through your stuff and says, yeah, okay, you're clear. Goes over to Quinn, searches through your belongings and finds the rod that Tabi left you guys with this giant diamond tip.
Just the tip.
And he says, what's this?
I have no idea.
You've never seen this before?
Well, no. I mean, it's a rod with diamonds on it. I figured I could probably get some money out of this.
It's real pretty.
Didn't that
It's
gypsy
very
say
pretty.
they were a
It shines, it
Draconia?
glitters. It's super hot.
You see him like gently take it and just kind of set it off to the side on the wagon. He doesn't like put it in his pocket or anything, but he just sets it off to the side. He's like, we're gonna have to take a closer look at that if you don't mind. Sure. And you hear him like whistle and he like kind of uses this little hand motion, like a come here hand motion. And you see this like little like robed figure like run out and scurry out to the car. He's like human size, but just scurries out to the cart, not the car. And you see him kind of pick up this rod and start, very carefully examining it while the search continues. He's like, okay, other than that, you're clear, but you just stay right there, sir. And he goes over to Zero, and he just looks at you, and he's like, what on earth?
Greetings. My designation is Omega Project Prototype 0.
Oh, you're one of them science fellas.
That would be correct.
Okay. Well, you need to look through your belongings.
Yep. Pulls out ludicrously large crossbow.
Red just sets it down.
Yeah. When everyone looks, I assure you, it's mundane.
And
also sets down his bag.
He just like kind of looks it over, and I mean, he does inspect it for some time, but he clears it and moves on to Paradel.
Here's my bag.
Right. looks through your belongings. Everything looks pretty standard, but then he goes to inspect your weapons, and he notices, like he sees like your ornately sort of decorated scimitar, Lorraine, the magical one you found. And he says, but he's like, he kind of like eyes it over. He can see that it's very well like maintained. It's definitely like a masterwork sort of crafted weapon, so to speak.
Cleaned it up real nice.
But doesn't really question it.
Good.
And then
That would be a mistake.
And he's like, okay. He's like, you guys are clear. Just one moment though. And he says, Norbert, any findings on that rod? And you see the guy still kind of examining it. He's got these sort of like bifocals on where he's like kind of looking at some parts a little closer than others. And
Is the other guard's name
he can see that some of these gears are like turning by themselves and whatnot inside this rod.
Is the other guard's name Daggett?
It is now.
All right, good. So we got Norb and Dag.
Yeah. And he says there appears to be something more to this device. He's like, I can't quite place my finger on it. But he's like, I we're gonna. This is an unknown known. I can't really give this a pass.
Friend, we've got business in Riverford. We're only passing through. Could we please be on our way?
Persuasion.
Can I use this right now?
Your inspiration. Well, I mean, we can roll first,
Yeah.
and then if you decide to use it, yeah.
All right. 16.
And that's what you're sticking with. I know. I'm not. I'm
I'm
not
gonna
saying
stick
that
with
like
it. I'm gonna stick
suggestively.
with it.
I'm just asking like.
If we're going into Riverford, yeah, I'm gonna stick with it. 16.
Okay.
Was it a smile?
When the DM smiles.
He says, what's it worth to you? Because that first little sec I went through didn't seem to impress me very much.
There's a joke there, and I'm not.
Something.
I'm a
about
tiny
rods.
man.
Rods and sacks.
the
I don't know
sack
what's going on.
You're
He's
gold, dwarf.
Perspective.
You're gold.
Paradol perks up and he's like, I think I have a matching sack. If you'd like to peruse my sack.
I can't. Okay.
Is that,
He's gonna say.
did the mic pick that one up?
Yeah, no, it did. I just.
Did I stutter?
I mean, you're on. He's asked if you want to
Get out.
his-
He says, "Sorry, these two sacks feel a little light."
Anyone else want to pay to get our diamond fucking
Quinn
rod
has a big
back?
sack.
He says.
your big
He says.
sack
He
on the
says.
table?
He says. Norbert, kind of price you think that'd fetch?
Fuck. Someone pay him before they figure out how much this thing's worth.
And Norbert's like, oh, thousands. He's like, well, never mind. Thousands. Who wants to give me insight? Who wants to roll me insight?
I got it.
Okay.
Let me do it.
Nope.
All right, fuck.
I'll give one more person a chance
I'll
to
do
roll
it.
insight. Yeah, he's very wise.
22.
Oh yeah.
All right.
He's lying through his teeth.
Okay.
That it's not worth thousands.
He's lying through his teeth.
He's lying through his teeth.
Handle it, Joe. Get our rod back. You have the knowledge.
Don't just
Get
let
a
him grab
firm
us
grip
by
on
the
that
rod.
Get a firm grip on our rod because our sacks are too light.
That's gonna be a hard rod to let go of, man.
Now, you guys actually thought originally this was worth thousands. I mean, like,
Right.
because
Right.
diamonds
why I have
diamonds
it.
typically are, but like the way he's saying, like he's saying this, like that's not true.
Can I call him out? Can I
Yeah,
say-
call him out. What do you want to say? That's it.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna
That's
say- I'm gonna
probably
say
all
this-
Ezra does.
This old thing. This old thing.
He's like, okay, well, all right, fine. You guys don't. Let's rewind here. That's not a real diamond on top. That's first off. It's a crystal of some kind, but that ain't no diamond. It scratches. But I think that there's still something magical about this, and we're gonna have to document it. And we like, at the end of the day just feel that it's any potentially dangerous items we cannot allow into the city after some recent events with rogue mages. We don't want anything happening to our people.
Is this something that we can retrieve on our exit from Riverford?
And you see them look at each other, and they're like, "We'll be straight with you. We'll keep it off to the side for you if you guys give us, if you want to just pay a little sort of like coat check, so to speak. Yeah. Then we can call it square. Why don't we say 50 gold?
All right.
Yeah.
Each of us throw in 10 and
Sounds
call it a
good.
day.
Done.
Done.
All right, you have our word. We'll hang on to it for you.
God, I just lost a lot of gold.
Yeah, but are they telling the truth?
You roll another insight.
Yeah, but I paid 20 so that he wouldn't detain me because I'm a MF cleric.
I thought. Wait, he took your
I can
20
do that
and
No.
to see-
your 10?
I can
No.
do that.
He didn't
to
take that
see
20
how,
for being a cleric. He just
took the 20.
no, he didn't. He didn't take that. He just looked through it and gave it back to you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you lost.
All right.
Okay.
Our sacks are not in jeopardy.
Sacks are not in jeopardy.
Our
No.
rod is in storage.
I mean, Ezra, did you want to roll another insight just to
sacks
be
Well,
sure?
just because I found. Well, if it's,
I mean, I would say I would still apply your roll from before. I mean, because you can kind of see through this guy's bullshit at this point. No, he's being
Right,
straight
right,
with
okay,
you.
okay,
He's
yeah.
being straight with you this time. He realizes he can't get past you. He's not going to try to like mess with you anymore. Or I mean, these guys are just skimming some stuff off the top. All right. Well, he's like, well, you guys are free to pass, and they kind of search through the remaining passengers, and everything seems to be okay. The caravan loads back up and heads off to Riverford.
and we're off.
Yep.
Van montage.
You have a item claim ticket for the checkpoint on the way back. It's got like a little number.
I'll hold on to it.
Yeah. Okay. As you start to approach Riverford, you can see this whole time you've kind of been traveling along the River of Woe, where it's to your left.
Whoa.
And think like if you want to think about scale, right? And I want to try to find something to compare this to that people might be able to at least look up because it's hard for me to.
Is this like a Joey Lawrence woe?
No.
Or like a Neo?
No. I'm
woe?
thinking it's like size of this river. Like it's I would say it's probably about half the width of the Mississippi River at its it's like larger points. So we're talking like maybe 500. Some places 500 feet across.
Whoa.
Other places a little bit narrower. And you can see that there's an area where it forks off and the river kind of splits into these like sort of smaller channels that are a bit deeper, that are about 100 feet across. And you can see that nestled in between the fork is the city of Riverford. You can kind of see it as you're clopping along on the wagon. It's got some. The walls are high, but the city's probably about half the size of Erelon, which is the seat of the kingdom. And there are on either side of the river split these long stone bridges that lead to the gates of the city. And as you approach, you see that the gates open and let the caravan through, and this whole city appears to be curved in like almost like a circular arrangement. As you enter the city, enter the gates, if you look straight down the road that you're on, it leads all the way down into the city square, but it's much very far away. And there's sort of these streets along the side that kind of seem to curve around the different districts and different areas. There's actually even signs pointing to the different quarters, like the merchant quarter, the docks, the commerce district, residential district and streets and whatnot. Like it's a very modest, but it's a city. It's like and the cart takes a left down the first street and sort of takes you into this docks district where you can see that kind of takes you just a little bit outside the gates, but again, it's sort of an enclosed area in between the two riverbeds where there's like a an assortment of docks. There's sort of a receiving area for wagons and shipments and whatnot. You see people start unloading the other wagons full of cargo that rolled up with you, and you kind of are let off into this port, so to speak. And there's like a like a notice board and things like that. There's some various wanted posters on there, and also just general like announcements for the town. Like it looks like Betty's Flowers is having a sale right now.
Ooh.
And just things like that. But you right now are in the like sort of western quadrant of this city. There's like signs pointing everywhere. Where are you guys trying to go?
Rest of this world.
Should we check the board?
Yeah.
Let's get some flowers, guys. I'm feeling not so fresh, so I could definitely extract some essence for some deodorant or something like that. Let's vote on that one.
All right. Well,
Fine.
there's, wait, whatever.
We'll stand out
That-
front while he
so
goes
you're
in and
having
buys
that
his
not
flowers.
So I
fresh
mean, like
feeling,
you follow
douche.
you follow signs, more towards the eastern side of the city, towards the commercial district, and there's like a whole manner of shops and cafes and storefronts, clothing and adventuring items, everyday supplies. I guess just sort of this bustling commerce center, and you see Betty's Flowers coming up. There's also just a few adventuring shops. Weapons, scrolls, potions, things like that. But they're all like, you can see like there's like a bunch of government seals on the windows, like they've been approved for resale and things like that for some of these items that they're selling. So you'd imagine they're probably not like anything very dangerous as far as like, exploding potions and stuff like that. But and I guess Peridot rolls up into Betty's and gets himself some nice bouquet of flowers. It only costs you a few copper pieces.
All right.
And now you're the proud owner of like a varied bouquet of spring flowers.
Hell
Or
yeah,
autumn
yes.
flowers.
Ballin'.
Can we get on with business now?
Yeah, so I mean, here's the thing. You guys have to find the Baron, but it's up to you how you figure that out, because here's the thing, like, you were kind of turned loose in this city and, Arion Black had no intention of sticking around to help. So, you're on your own.
I mean, my guts tell me let's go look at the board and see what this.
Yeah, there's
city's
another.
all
There's
about.
there's a few. Every few like sort of areas in this city that have a lot of the same postings up. A lot of the, I mean, some of the local advertisements are different, but like the wanted posters and things like that are all the same. You see, all the wanted posters are for what appear to be like rogue spellcasters. It kind of just depicts like what their, there's a brief description of what their crime was. Like one dude, incinerated somebody in a bar fight. Another one was like developing unapproved, alchemical potions.
Why do they all have dark, twirly mustaches?
One of them, there's actually only one that doesn't, and his face just kind of looks like he's like, let's keep going cliche. It's all scarred up, and he's got this like really sort of like crooked grin, like all like mug shots and stuff like that. I mean, there are some that, they're all official. Like the barony itself would be paying out the ransom, or not the ransom, but the reward. They're all dead or alive contracts as well, so it doesn't really matter.
We'll pick one at random.
Oh, okay. If you guys actually want to know what these are, sure. I mean, if you guys are trying to, all right, why not? I mean, that could be a way
It
in.
seems like the easiest way to get us up
Well,
to him. What else
Maybe.
do you guys think?
If
I
we want
like
information, I feel like this is a good idea to keep in mind. But if we want initial information, the best place to go is the runner house. They're used to people coming in from out of town and needing to know their way around.
Touche.
Let's go there.
Okay.
We'll still, I think, I like the idea. We should still hang on to one of those.
Yeah,
Though.
we could look at these posters and then head to the runner house. I like that.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I like your idea of trying to curry favor through them.
You notice, like, as you've been walking through the streets of Riverford, I mean, there's actually a very wide variety of people and like different races living here. I mean, and everything from half-orcs to halflings to the occasional gnome and dwarf, elves. There seems to be just like a varied even some more exotic species you haven't even seen before. Like there seem to be like cat, like almost like cat people, and just, I mean, it's a whole
There's cat people here.
some sort of cat humanoid.
Kaji
Yeah.
has wares for you.
So,
There's a cat
but-
lady.
yeah, there are also cat ladies.
What about a cat woman?
Well, I mean, yes, it's the same thing.
cat ladies.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's I'm sure there's some of those. It's a big enough city, But the local runner
Are there
house
any
here.
human centipedes?
Not
That's
that
a
you've
species-
not
that's
that
a
you've noticed.
species I haven't
Actually,
seen before.
not that you've noticed. To be honest,
Pass.
but keep your eyes peeled, because you never really know. But the local runner house here in Riverford, it's nothing really large. It's like this, just little tea house. And, sort of there's just a front area where it's pretty much just like this tea house. There's bookshelves and people sort of like talking, and there is some alcohol for sale, but it's mostly a pretty casual affair in here and not very large. And there's sort of a door that leads to a back room that has the posting boards and the cashier station and things like that. So that's where probably some of the agents would be, or you might be able to talk to somebody at the reception here. Get a cup of tea.
Hobblet doesn't do tea.
Yeah, this is...
All right.
Lame.
So what kind of people do we see around in this?
I mean,
place?
you see the people who work for the runner house, like just working, at the counter and in the
Anybody
back
look
area.
Like they're in charge. Can do a perception check.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Talk to a manager.
Just you can walk right up to the counter.
But I don't have the...
Walk right up to the counter and talk to this person.
Excuse me, Mr. Manager.
Who you calling Mister? And you see this older woman with like very short hair, like and sort of like a just very wrinkly features, but like a very it would have been a kind face if it weren't contorted in disgust at you.
Did you just watch Monsters Inc. before writing this module?
No, but I love that
have
movie.
Just assume someone's gender?
It's hateful, bro. That's
Triggered.
hateful, bro.
She says.
I was trying to go for a
No, I
Arrested
understand.
Development reference.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but I went
guys.
straight to Monsters Inc. So she says, "What can I help you with?"
Well, we're new here. We're trying to get acquainted with the territory and trying to find out where some people might be able to make some coin here, get some info about our surroundings.
Well, there's a posting board in the back, and I can help you if there's any information you're looking for.
All right.
We did actually determine that was the accent of the region, so I'm just gonna keep rocking this weird like New York.
Bagel boss.
Yeah. All right.
Well, what about the things that, maybe the common folk aren't ready for? Where do we find out some deep information?
What? What kind of information? I mean, it depends on what I know.
You know the type.
Can you be more specific? My patience is running thin here, little gnome.
What's the king that was killed?
King Lucius.
Lucius?
Mm-hmm.
Should I just be out with it? Should I just...
No.
go in.
My thought is that we tell this lady.
Peridot runs back and says, "Hold on, I'm just going to confer with my friends for a second."
Pass. We're in a huddle.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.
We're
Can we
incapable of
guys?
independent
Can we
thought.
just dim the lights in here? Do you mind if we just
Dim the lights so nobody else can see what we're
mind
doing.
closing maybe the shades too? Like it's just a more comfortable experience for us to have a meeting.
It's a little too colorful.
Secret dark. Tell the lady that we were in debt to King Lucius, and we heard that someone in town here hinting at the Baron that we needed to thank them. We don't want to raise suspicion that we're here to kill him, but we also would like to get him with as few guard as possible.
We are not here to kill him. We are here to gain information.
That's what I said.
I feel like I need to constantly remind you of this.
That's why I'm trying.
That's why we're rolling into
I'm
town,
trying
firmly
to
declaring
come up-
that we are not here
We are
to
not
kill
here
anyone.
to kill anyone.
You guards, we want you to know we are not
For
here
as
to
smashy
kill
as Hobblet is,
specifically
he is
your
loyal
Baron.
to
Yeah.
his
Mean business.
So if this is the plan, this is the plan. But what if we say, we were in debt to King Lucius, and we heard that we should be paying thanks to someone here in town for him not being around anymore, and see what she responds to there. If she points us to the Baron, if she says she has no idea,
It sounds like a horrible idea.
because
Do
it
you
sounds
have a
like.
better idea than
I
a
mean, it
horrible
sounds
idea?
like we know a little something. We can't just ask.
I mean, at
what's
least
what.
Felix's plans made sense. They may not have worked out, but they made sense.
So what does anybody else got? How do we get info out of this lady?
So, as you guys are having this conversation, because you're just kind of chilling in this tea house, like talking to each other, right?
Oh, Quinn is definitely sipping tea, by the way.
Right. Yeah. Sure. And this, you see that this halfling, about 3 feet tall, wearing sort of this pseudo studded leather armor and kind of got his hair back into a gray ponytail or whatever. He walks over to you guys, and he says, "Here you trying to get a meeting with the Baron."
I don't like that.
You don't like that he already knows this?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't like that one bit.
How do you know?
What you mean? I mean, you guys are just shouting it.
It's dark in here. We thought we were being private.
Dude,
This is our dark room.
it's bright as day in here. It's
11 o'clock.
it's like 11 o'clock in the afternoon.
Darkness doesn't silence.
Touche.
It's like it's 11 o'clock.
No, I mean, I work for him. I was just here to. I was just putting some postings up.
And you just bring anyone who wants to meet him to see him?
Well, what do you want to see him for?
For an autograph.
All jokes aside,
Can you?
we seek
Okay, never mind. Keep going.
we seek to set up a small blacksmith business here in town.
Wait, that's a pretty crowded market there you're working with, pal.
Yeah, f off, little man. You get us to the Baron or not?
Oh my
You came over here saying you could get us to the Baron.
Do me a favor. Can you roll me intimidation? Just from that line.
Wait a minute.
He is unintimidated.
7.
He says, "No, I mean, look, no need to be crass, pal. Like, I'm just trying to understand. Like, I mean, like, if it's not going to be worth his time, I'm not going to bring you over there. Like, you could just be straight with me. Like, I just, what's your business? Like, it's cool, man."
Someone else say something because Hobblet's about to smash this dude.
At least it'll be entertaining.
No.
Hoblet takes a deep breath. Hoblet takes a deep breath. He takes a deep breath.
I get in front of Hobblet. I get in front of Hobblet.
What is wrong with all of you that you are just letting this man speak for so long? Did you see what happened last time I gave him something to do? He burned it. I'm really just this guy's just talking to all of you, and you're letting him do all of the talking.
He's short and stout, but he's an old man. I'm an old man. I'm a weathered veteran, so he has no problem speaking until someone says, "Hey, crazy old man, shut the fuck up."
Which still doesn't work.
Right.
Well, someone put a stop to it, so Peridot walks up.
All right. So Peridot walks up.
Listen, we have some information for the Baron, and we think that he might need some added security.
Oh. Okay, well, why didn't you just say so before? Like, what the hell is this dwarf talking about?
I don't know. He's a fucking
I'm
dumbass.
drunk. I'm sorry.
He burned the instruction
haven't
manual
been
for our
sober
stereo, and we haven't been able to
3
listen to our
weeks,
MP3s
2
in months. I mean, magical P3s.
Yeah. Magical Player, 3rd edition.
Yes.
Anyways. He says,
Developed by your friendly friends at the
he's
Omega
like, well, maybe
Podcast.
here, let's find a quiet place to talk, because we gotta just let's vet this out. Maybe we can figure something out here, because I want to make sure if we bring it up, if you bring him up to him, it's worth his time, and this ain't some crack of shit.
All right, good. And you're gonna shut up, right, Hobblet?
Intimidation roll.
Why not?
Should I roll?
Just give me a straight charisma.
7.
Oh, you didn't have a modifier on your side? Oh, okay.
And I have a +2 charisma, so it's actually a 10.
Right? Yeah. So you're not intimidated by that at all.
Hoblet just is deeply breathing. He's trying to do calming breaths. We'll smash soon.
Spent too much time in dormant society, apparently. At least with your family.
Not even the worst family in that city either.
No, definitely not.
Fine.
At least you were never kicked out of the Grey Citadel.
Okay. Well, he's like, you know what? Come with me. I know a good place we can talk. And he kind of takes you to this this other pub. It's like area. It's called the Spoony Grease.
The Spoony Grease?
Yep.
I like it.
And and he kind of like waves at the bouncer. He's like, "Hey, sup, Ignatius?" He's like, "Oh, hey, Rex, how's it going?" Like, "I just got a meeting. Is the back room open?" He's like, "Yeah. There's no cars tonight. No cars tonight." So they kind of take you back. There's people kind of like drinking and smoking and doing things in here and just hanging out. And it's like a very they think like 1920s speakeasy. And he takes you to this back room and sort of like this like card table set up there, like makeshift card table and some like shelves with like liquor and beer and things like that on it. And he sits you guys down and says, "Okay, so what do you mean he needs protection?"
We know of certain people that think he may be guilty of some crimes.
What are you basing this off of?
Well, we are in a lucrative trade, and we deal with some shady people sometimes. We came across, some linkage of the Baron to the murder of the king and queen and prince.
He sort of thinks about it for a second. He's like, "Listen, I'm going to need to see some proof." He's like, "If you don't trust me, right?" And you kind of see him open up sort of one of the lapels of his like armor and like, sort of like jacket that he's wearing. And he actually bears the symbol of sort of the the barony of Riverford. It's like an official like sort of metal like badge. He's like I work for the Baron. I'm one of his advisors, and like you can like if any information that you're gonna give to him is gotta start going through me first. So what do you have?
So, Hobblet is going to step forward again now that he's taken his calm breath. Because I have all the information.
There's no open flame in this room, is there?
No. There is.
Alright.
There is a candle burning on the table.
All right, Peril blows out the candle.
And now it's dark in here. And he's like,
No, we got dark.
and no, yeah, but you hear you hear Rex go like, "But I can't see, fellas."
Oh, sorry. We all have.
Sorry.
We all have dark vision.
Just the force of habit.
Dude,
Sorry.
yeah, that's really great for you. And you see him kind of just like snap his fingers and light the candle again.
So, Hobblet is going to pull out the contract.
Okay, like the bounty.
And he's going to say, "If you need to see something, here it is. The cops wouldn't let us leave with any type of evidence, but they sent us here to claim your boss's head."
He says, "Wow, this is some serious." And he like looks it over. He sees like now. He noticed that there's
in the back of his
there's
head.
no
Hobblet
there's
wishes
there's
so
actually
bad
there's
that
actually
Felix was here to see how you deal with.
You see that it's like there's no official seal on this like bounty necessarily. It's just saying one Baron de Ravencaz be executed. And head return is actually even like a drop point for the head. There's actually not even a place to you're not bringing it back to someone. You're dropping it somewhere. And it's signed as White Rose is the person who gave you the contract.
Well, take it to your Baron and see what he thinks. But if you think that your city guard would put their name on a contract, you're out of your mind.
And he says, "Okay, yeah, no, I mean," he's like, "No, but this is definitely serious. But like, who can I ask who hired you, or where you got this from?"
The Baron can ask.
No, I don't think you understand how this works, son.
One once again, Hoblet's about to be like, read the paper, bitch. There's 1,000 gold on your boss's head, so we kill you, we kill your boss, we get 1,000 gold. You can take us there and we can talk to him, or we can kill
Hoblet.
you, we can kill your boss, and we can get 1,000 gold. Like,
Hobblet.
I'm sleeping cool at the end of the day either way.
So here's what I'm going to have you do. You're going to roll a persuasion.
But I don't want to.
You're going to do it.
Okay.
It's happening.
Isn't this how you deal with authority?
Yes.
He fights authority. Authority always wins.
14.
Okay. Do you want to keep that, or do you want to use your inspiration? I haven't rolled my result yet, so I'm asking you right now.
Do you want to hit, or are you going to stay?
You can use it at any point.
Yeah, I'd rather, if I don't use it, I lose it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to use it. Does that allow me to roll again?
So you roll with advantage, so roll a second die.
Okay.
And take the higher result.
Fuck off, skis.
So 14?
14.
Okay. He ponders for a moment. But he says, all right, we'll arrange a meeting, but for his protection and we'll mine too, we're going to have a few of our boys just kind of keep an eye on, listen, someone hired you here. Like, I'm not stupid. So, he's like, that's the deal. You in?
I mean, yeah, there's some stuff that I want to say so bad right now, but...
You're at the end of your leverage.
Yeah. No, I don't want to lever, I just... We're fine. My leveration is cool.
Okay.
So bad I want to tell this guy if we wanted him dead, he'd be dead already. Like, we're here to talk. But
fair.
Hobblet kept it together.
Your confidence in your skills are just
To-
awe-inspiring.
If
Yeah,
we wanted
right.
to,
They're
we would
already
have made
watching
our
us.
move
They're already
already.
get- they're
This
already
guy's
getting-
obviously the
Right.
Baron
I don't want
of
to. I don't want to
Riverford
bring.
obviously has
I don't want to
next
bring.
chance.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's
Um,
just wandering around the water.
So he says, he tells you guys, okay, come with me. We'll head out. And he starts like walking you down towards further to the eastern side of the city, and you can see that there's this giant like keep sort of raised up a little bit. There's like a sort of several sets of large stairs that lead up to this the keep of the Baron. And you guys are heading right up, and we're gonna probably call it here for this episode.
To a deluxe office in the sky.
And next time, we'll see what happens in this meeting with the Baron. So, thank you everyone for tuning in to this episode of Hapless Heroes. If you like what you heard, you can find us on Twitter. We're at Hapless Heroes. Love to hear from you. Also want to say thank you. We launched our Patreon page a few weeks ago at this point, and we have our first backer, so I want to have a nice shout out to our friend Sean B. Thank you so much for feeling like we are worth your hard-earned money. Thank you for helping buy us pizza and stuff. That's really cool. I really like you. And also, you can leave us a review on iTunes if you really like it. And I just want to say thank you again. And let's go ahead and sign off our party here. We got Joe playing Ezra,
Adios.
Mike playing Quinn,
See you.
Dave playing Zero,
Good night.
Zach playing Paradel,
Oh, fare thee well.
and James playing Hobblet.
Adios.
I already said adios.
Did you? I wasn't.
Yeah,
paying
he said
attention.
adios.
Oh
Right.
boy. And again, I'm Francesco, and good night, everybody.